Hello and welcome to the Best Economics by Yasas Bandar. And in this session, we are going to discuss the reasons for the law of supply. The reasons for the law of supply. Now, first, you have to have a basic understanding about what is the law of supply. Right. Now, supply is affected by. That means supply changes as a result of several reasons. What are these reasons? Supply changes as a result of, well, you can say price of the good, cost of production, technology, taxes, subsidies. Well, it will also change as a result of the changes in number of firms in the market. If there are more firms entering into the market, there will be more supply in the market. Price expectations. There will be many reasons. But when we talk about the law of supply, it will separate price from other factors. And the law of supply will tell us how price and quantity supply are positively related. So you can show that by using a diagram like this. And this will be the supply curve. When you use price for the vertical axis, quantity for the horizontal axis, here you can see there is a positive relationship between price and quantity. So simply, what is the law of supply? You can say law of supply is the positive relationship between price and quantity supply. Simply, when price increases, quantity supply increases. That is the law of supply. So then there's an assumption also. Assumption is other factors remain constant. Now what are these other factors? Other factors remain constant. Now if you look at the right hand side top, you can see what are the other factors. Okay, so cost, technology, right? All these are other factors. So these other factors will remain constant and only price changes, and if price changes, what will happen to the quantity supply? Here, if you select one point here on the supply curve and then you take another point on the supply curve, you can see these points are related to price and quantity. Here you can show that this is the relevant price and this is the relevant quantity supply, and here at this point there will be higher price and higher quantity. So you can see this is P1 and P2 and then QS1, QS2. So what happens when price increased, quantity supply also increased. That means there's a movement from point A to point B. Right? We can call this situation an expansion in supply. Expansion in supply. Right? Expansion in supply. And we can also call it the law of supply. Right? Law of supply. Right, now you have had a simple discussion about what is the law of supply. So it is time we get another idea about the reasons for the law of supply. So what are the reasons for the law of supply? Right, so let us come to that quickly. There we go. So simply the question asks, when price increases, why does quantity supply increase? Now reasons for the law of supply means when price increases, why does quantity supply increase? Why does it happen? Now there are few major reasons. Let us go one by one. One reason is profit motive. Profit motive. That means producers are always motivated by higher prices. That is the very reason why they started the business, right? The reason why they started the business is to gain more profit. So when the price is high, the high prices signal the producers that the firm can make more money. So they naturally tend to produce more. Right, that's first reason. Right? Second reason, what is the second reason? Increasing marginal cost. Increasing marginal cost. Now, what do you mean by that? In the short run, short run means a small time period, like 2-3 weeks, very small time period. Within a small time period, in the short run, if the firm wants to increase production by a large portion, there will be rising variable cost, because there's a problem in the short run. In the short run, a firm is unable to change its fixed factors like capital, buildings. So their only way of increasing production is increasing variable factors like raw materials, laborers. So when the firm tries to increase production, they have to face this difficulty. They have to face that inability. As a result, they face some sort of fall in productivity of the variable factors they employ. As a result, marginal cost increases. So now these two, number 1 and 2, will explain the law of supply in two different perspectives, right? Now this is the law of supply, right? Well, the point is moving from one place to another place along the supply curve. Now the first point shows you that when the price increases, that's what the first point shows you. When the price increases, there will be increase in the quantity. Right? Okay. So this is what the first point shows you. Right? Number 1, profit motive. If price increases, producers are encouraged and they will increase quantity. But the second one tells you to increase the quantity, you need to increase the price. Right? This is the meaning of the second one. To increase quantity supply by a large amount in the short run, you need to charge higher prices. You need to charge higher prices. Well, we can go to another reason, something similar to third one, increasing opportunity cost. Increasing opportunity cost. Now, if the firm is expanding supply by using resources obtained from another industry, then what happens? Obtained from another industry, opportunity cost increases when resources between the two industries are not homogeneous. When the resources between the two industries are not homogeneous. Now that can happen, right? That can happen. A firm need to increase production all of a sudden in the short run. So as a result, the firm will have to take resources from another industry. But those resources are not perfectly suitable or compatible to use in this industry. So there will be wastage and rising cost. That means again you have to charge, right? To produce higher quantities, you need to charge higher prices. Higher prices. Now you can see when the epidemic came, COVID-19 came, there was a sudden big demand for sanitizers and masks and all. So in the short run, within few weeks, the firms had to increase the production of this by a large amount, and the prices of masks and sanitizers sold increased very high. But in the long run, now we can see the prices are coming down again. So second and third reason, it was not profit actually. Second and third reasons was backing such high prices. Second reason, increasing marginal cost. It was very difficult for firms to increase the production beyond a particular level without bearing high costs with lower productivity of variable factors. And also some firms had to face the increasing demand and had to increase the quantity supply by taking resources from somewhere else, and then opportunity cost was high, so they had to charge high prices in the short run. But now in the long run, right, as time has passed, they could change their production capacity, they could increase their fixed factors, and now their variable factor productivity is also high, and as a result they can produce a unit at a lower price, right? So however, in the short run, you can see this relationship. What is the relationship? To supply more, you need to charge higher prices. So can you see, right, we have learned three reasons for the law of supply. That means when price increases, why does quantity increase? We learned three reasons. What are these three reasons? Number one is profit motive. Increasing prices will motivate the producers to produce more. What is the second reason? Second reason is increasing marginal cost. Right, in the short run, to increase production suddenly, the producer will face rising marginal cost, rising variable cost. And then there was another reason. What is that reason? That reason is increasing opportunity cost. If the producer is taking resources from another industry, then he will have to face rising opportunity cost, as usually resources are not similar between two industries. Number one, profit motive explains when price is high, quantity supply happens to be high, tends to be high. Number two and three reasons explain us that in order to supply more in the short run, you need to charge higher prices. Anyway, finally what has happened, there is a positive relationship between price and quantity supply. That means when prices increase, quantity supply increase, or on the other hand, when quantity is supplied increase, prices increase. Hope this helped you, and please don't forget these three reasons and keep that in mind, and take care always, and see you soon from another video.